Welcome to episode 2 of the Circle Island Tour with Dwell Hawaii, where we drive around the island, get into neighborhoods and provide insights, talk a little bit of real estate, sometimes talk to the people, eat some good food. Today we're heading over to Waimanalo, but before we do that, please leave us a comment. Let us know if there's a neighborhood you want to know a little bit about. Let us know where you're watching from. Next, we'll be going to Kailua, so if you've got questions about that community in particular, we would love to hear from you so that we can answer those questions. But before we head over there, let's go to Waimanalo. Oh, I love this dog.
And stand with
Tucky
the dog.
to the camera and standing with the dog. Oh, hi, doggy. You're so sweet. Oh my goodness. Why is your dog so well behaved? Do you have it sedated? Oh, why? Are you real? Why are you so well behaved? I'm listening to Auntie because she scolded me last time we were in Waikiki and I didn't want to wear the leis or carry the dog. Okay, let's do it.
Today's Aloha Friday.
Oh, it is Aloha Friday. I'm local, you know.
Okay.
You know, yeah. This is something local people don't normally do, but that's okay. I'm in Waikiki. This is what you do. I can't believe we ran into her again.
We'll just do the whole video like this.
Yes, we will. We'll do maybe she'll show up everywhere we go. We're making our way to Waimanalo, one of the most picturesque towns. It is very much a small town. Most people don't have any reason to go here. It's kind of like when you're doing a Circle Island tour, it's just one of the places that you pass through. But although it's a very small town, I feel like it's a very important community. And therefore that kind of makes it big, even though the population's quite small, even though not a lot of real estate sales take place in this community. One significant thing here is that Barack Obama built his house right along the shore. And it's been controversial. I have to say that honestly, whether you like him or not, that he chose to build a house right on the water. He was given access to build a seawall, which has been something that's been at the forefront of people's minds who have homes that are on the ocean because of erosion and because of the rising sea level. People's homes are literally falling into the ocean. And so a seawall would be the solution. But environmentally, there's controversy surrounding putting a seawall up. Actually, you're not allowed to do it, but he was allowed to do it. His house is really beautiful. The beach in front of it is incredible. My sister and I went there recently, and it was an old fish pond, so it's really calm and hardly anybody goes there. I'm not gonna unleash the secret of how to get there, just because I'm not going to. But we're going to be passing it up here on the right. But as we get into Waimanalo, there's not a lot to show. I don't have houses that I'm going to be going into today, but we'll be stopping by a good friend's home, Kawika Kahiapo. He's a great slack key musician, and he is like Mr. Waimanalo. So I'm going to let him give his insights on what it's like living in this amazing community.
Waimanalo, no other place to be.
In Honolulu, you can definitely see that there has been an increased homeless population. Here in Nalo, it's kind of like a lot of these people have kind of been here for a long time. And this is the lifestyle that they're like, no, I'm living on the beach. This is my beach. This is my home. And they love it here. And that's where they find their sense of community. Waimanalo is a place of Hawaiian homestead. I'm not actually sure of the population or how big the Hawaiian homestead is, but it's pretty significant. And Kawika lives on the homestead, so he's also going to be able to provide some insight there. Koa and I have sold a couple of houses here on the homestead as well. So I've sold a couple in other neighborhoods on the island, so I have experience with it. It is not for the faint of heart, for sure.
Briefly, what is homestead?
Homestead land is for Hawaiians, and it is operated by the Department of Hawaiian Homelands, so that's a government agency. You have to have 50% Hawaiian to be able to buy or technically live on the homestead. However, the blood quantum now is 25%. So if you have a parent that's 50% and you are now 25%, you can succeed on the land. So when mom or dad passes away, you can remain on the property. But once the blood quantum goes below 25%, the property is no longer yours. And it goes back to Department of Hawaiian Homelands, or they find the next successor in your family that has enough blood quantum. It's leasehold, so if you live on the Hawaiian homestead, your lease is for 99 years and you don't own the land. You pay like $1 lease rent to the Department of Hawaiian Homelands every year, and you don't pay any property taxes.
Welcome to my porch in Waimanalo.
Thank you for letting us be on your porch in Waimanalo. It's amazing. What do you say to people wanting to live in Waimanalo? Like, this community to me is like, I feel like it's untouchable, it's special, it's an enigma, it's a mystery. Is it like, what is the essence of Waimanalo?
Waimanalo is a state of mind, I think. From the outside in, whether you're local or not local, aspiring to maybe move here, I guess it's like anything else. You got to go over the checklist of what you're able to do, what you want to do, all of financial alignment, all of that. But I have to say that since I've moved here like 17 years ago, I've learned to listen. I've learned to get with multi-generational families who have been here, and I have blood relatives that been here like over 60 years. And I realize at this point in my life, I feel like after assimilating here and moving here, I want Waimanalo to succeed and be the best that it can be for the sake of the families, the kids, the community. We did a campaign that we call Sherwood Forest, but people don't know Sherwood Forest got its name because back in the 60s and 70s, there were so many thefts. It's so kind of like the Robin Hood thing, right? Sherwood Forest, there's a lot of crime happens there, but when we went to, we say hold space, when the county wanted to develop, we were like, you can't do that. So this is an example now of something so grassroots with children, with kupuna, with makua. We simply just went there and set up camp right at the gate. And I think we held space there for like 126 days, something like that. So the media, the optics of like, it went worldwide. Then Mauna Kea, we were a little nucleus of something huge globally, because from here, I remember getting on the plane, going to Mauna Kea, playing music with Jack Johnson up there on the mountain. And at the same time, I'm in my car in our campsite at night, 38 degrees, and I'm texting some friends of mine in Aotearoa when they were at the same moment holding space at Ihumatao.
Wow.
So they were going through their sort of colonization issues, the land grab, the sort of, you know, it's like if it's native lands and if it's deemed that, then you can't do anything with it until you deal with the natives. So that campaign was pretty successful because they did pull that project out, and the money that was allotted went to other projects in Waimanalo. So that was a give and take, was being vested, right? So again, that idea of my moving here, my getting integrated, and then just getting into the thick of things with the Ohanas and families of Waimanalo. And you know, and my song was kind of the theme song.
It was. We really should just play the song.
Yeah, it was incredible. But all the media, all the intense town hall meetings we had, it was worth the fight, and it was worth seeing the outcome. That, you know, sometimes out of the small things, we can just rally with the right motive and enough prayer and fortitude, and that was a success.
I like
so
how,
I'm happy. I'm happy now that I've integrated into Waimanalo. I'm with really amazing company of people.
yeah.
I think we're still trying to find our way as to keep shaping and hoping that we could maintain this way of life for all of us. So I think it's an ongoing thing with the development thoughts and ideas. That project was like,
That got shut down.
it came in the guise of a park with parking lot.
Yes.
But when we saw the long term, it was like that was the open door for like infrastructure of water and stuff. And then there was more plans later to build like some small apartments and condos, which, that thing we realized back, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago, maybe longer, at the federal level, that place it's on the protection list. It's like it was already in the books.
Yeah.
This place is protected. It's historical. There's EV. There's old home sites. In fact, now it's real given name, which we renamed after that campaign, Hunana Niho. Hunana Niho. So Niho is like tooth, but the kauna or the backstory with that is that when the different foundations of houses were built, you would like literally the sand, just think of it, stick a rock into it, then another rock. So it's almost like looking like a row of teeth. Which was so Hunana Niho, and that whole backstory is the history of that place. And again, embracing all that this Vahipana provided, food source, mauka, fish source from the ocean, playground. I mean, these grounds, I know guys who've been diving these grounds 60 plus years, and you know when to go, where to go, and what time of year to go based on the Hawaiian calendar. So we were practicing sustainability, round the clock protection, what fish to catch, what not to catch, leave the lobster alone until, and that was just like stuff we knew that when you get back to the ocean, it will always have an abundance. And so
It's just simple, right? Like you have everything you need from the mountain to the ocean. And I think like in the community, you learn to use what you need as opposed to like taking and
Exactly.
building up a bunch of condos and making it
Exactly.
this place of excess. Like it is exactly the opposite of that,
yeah,
right?
yeah, totally. Got a brisket going right now. as we
I
speak.
know.
So funny.
No more nothing.
When I'm driving through Waimanalo and I'm hungry,
Yeah.
and I think, of course there's Kanekes, and I'll go there, and of course they used to be Bueno Nalo years ago. I used to love that
Bueno
place.
Nalo is great.
But I'll go to Shima's, get some poke.
Shimas.
But when I'm going through Waimanalo and I'm hungry, I'm like, I need my fix. I go to the Filipino place by Jack in the Box.
Okay.
And I'm like, I know what I'm going to get. I got to say, for the moment, that's my favorite place now to go get food.
What's your order?
Yeah, what do you eat?
Dinaguan adobo combo.
Dinaguan!
And they make it so well. And the auntie, she recognizes me. Hi, how are you? I'm like, okay. They know what I want.
That's Nalo too, though, because
Yeah.
like after church every Sunday, Kaylee likes to go to Mau Lau Lau. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
and
there too. My cousins.
love
No,
them.
Mau Lau Lau on the highway. Yeah, that's okay. That's my number one
But
go-to.
only Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, and some other days depending, but yeah. So Mau Lau Lau and the Filipino place.
Do you know the name of the Filipino place, or it's
Can't
just the
remember.
Filipino place?
You know, there's not even a sign up front.
That's the best kind. Okay, we're gonna go there. That was super awesome. Kawika's so great, and his wife, and that brisket was smelling unreal. What a beautiful property, like with the mountains.
He's really taking care of it too.
He does. He takes such good care. It's unreal. Poor thing, he has a gig tonight at Duke's. So I know what it's like to be a musician and to feel like your whole day is like you're preparing for your gig. I forgot that he performs with Jack Johnson.
That's really cool.
Golly. See, it's kind of good that I don't know these things sometimes because then I don't get all weird and starstruck. Kawika really talked about what Waimanalo is, and at the core of it, it's just that nobody really wants it to change. And when you live here, and I've even talked to people who grew up here and then they want to come back after they've been out and lived elsewhere. It's like, no, I want to return home to Waimanalo. And I've realized like the common thread between all of them is that they want the simple way of life. They don't want to live with excess. They want to just be simple on their land, grow things, have community, you know, feel like they're involved in taking care of the community that they love so much. There's a word he used a lot, kuleana. Kuleana means responsibility. It means even more than that though. Like it's a real deep sense of caring about things. It's about, you know, your purpose. So he mentioned that word a lot living here. I mean, like I said, I feel like Waimanalo is like, it's a place that's, it's small, but it's significant. And I feel like if you don't even know what to ask, like most people don't even know what to ask about it because you kind of just pass through it. I do get a lot of questions in general about Hawaiian Homestead. I get a lot of that on my Instagram, just about the process. And one of the confusing things is like, people will say, oh, I thought you couldn't buy the house for more than what it's appraised for, which that's a misconception. Sellers can sell their houses for whatever price they feel the house is worth. The bank is not going to give a loan for more than what the house appraises for. So this is Kalanianaole Highway. On the left is Hawaiian Homestead. And then I should turn down here because these streets lead to the beach lots or the beachfront homes. There's only about 50 beachfront homes in Nalo. The prices are like $4 million on average. There's one on the market right now for around $5 million. Only like one sells every year. These homes are experiencing the same challenges that any house on the beach would be experiencing right now, which is the shoreline setback. So it was 40. It's now been increased. And in some cases, it's even more than 60 feet.
So what does that mean? Does that mean that these houses need to move their houses back?
You would think so, right? So now that they're shifting the shoreline setbacks, that's the challenge. It's like, oh, you need to move your house or we're gonna fine you. There's erosion issues. The shoreline is considered the high wash of the waves. A lot of people's property lines go to where the vegetation is. There was a guy, I believe it was in Kailua, there was a story about a guy that would water the vegetation because he wanted it to grow more so that he could claim that he owns more of the land. I know. But you can see even like beachfront lots are simple. Like it's not the grandiose, even they're big lots, then they're big homes, but they don't look like what you would see in Lanikai, what you would see like beachside in Kailua, what you would see in even the North Shore. It's much simpler. This is Sherwoods. So Kawika was talking about the Sherwood forest. This is like the common name of it, but as Kawika shared, they made sure to bring the real name of this area to the forefront. Okay, we were told there's the best Filipino food here. This is Kawika's favorite place to eat. I don't know where it is. Is it this? It might have moved. It says we moved, but it doesn't say who we are. Thank you. I swear I smell adobo. Hi. Kawika Kahiapo told us to come here. Kawika.
Oh yeah?
He said this is his favorite.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Sorry, we're filming for my YouTube channel. May I get a mini pork adobo?
Sure.
What would you like? Thank you.
Kapunit.
Okay.
Oh, you need nothing.
Wow, there's like no sign. So hopefully this video will help them with their business, although I don't think they need help. I think that this is just like, again, simple Waimanalo life, and they just like, you know, they don't need no sign.
No sign whatsoever.
No sign. All right, moment of truth. Ooh, oh, I can smell the vinegar. Yes. Pork adobo. Almost like my mom's. I crack up that we eat so much mac salad in Hawaii. How do you like just put mayonnaise on something and call it salad? How is that different from a green salad, like a leafy green? I don't know. Before we wrap up, and while we're here at Hunana Niho, otherwise known as Sherwoods, let's drill down a little bit on the beachfront homes. There's only about 50 beachfront homes here in Waimanalo. There's only like one sale per year. The prices are like $3 million and up. There was one recently listed around $5 million. The state basically controls the narrow parcel of land between the house and the beach. Also, a lot of the houses are not in the flood zone. They're actually in flood zone X. However, the beach area is in the flood zone. And some other homes that are closer to the Obama residence are going to be in the flood zone. But just know that those flood maps are always changing. So check with your lender or your insurance provider on whether or not you would need to get flood insurance. In addition to that, the state has readjusted the setback. So normally it's 40 feet. They've now increased it to 60 feet. So your home has to be 60 feet from the high wash of the waves. In other cases, it's 120 feet. It's just a lot of nerdy circumstances that are kind of above my head. So long story short, you cannot build or extend your home within those setbacks. Now, if you want more information on insurance, on sea level rise, we've actually got a blog at dwellhawaii.com that you can check out. Well, this has been a great day. I love coming to Waimanalo. I love that we got to have Kawika Kahiapo really share his insights on what it's really like living here. And gosh, he gave us so much more than just being a part of this community. Next stop is Kailua, and I know we've done living in Kailua and Lanikai videos before, but I'm hoping that as we make our way into that town, we'll visit Maunawili and Olomana and really get into some of the other neighborhoods that people don't really get to see. A lot of people love Kailua, and oftentimes they call us like wanting Kailua for like 1.5 million, and they're wanting the beach experience and the walkability, and then we'll show them what we can, and then they'll realize that 1.5 million isn't really going to get them the lifestyle that they're looking for. So we'll sometimes go into Enchanted Lake, and we'll go into some of the other neighborhoods. So perhaps we'll visit those. Of course, we'll eat some good food. But as we leave Waimanalo, I am just kind of leaving with the understanding that it is truly a very simple way of life. Even Kawika's wife, as we were leaving her house, I asked her, what do you love about living here? And she was like, I just love that we're so close to the beach, you know? And it's like, that's really what it's all about here. What you see is what you get. There's really no making this place into something that it isn't already. So we're excited to continue the tour. This is only episode 2. So look out for episode 3 in Kailua.